I used to drive all over town for low prices, but now I let Walmart's incredible new Savings Catcher do the work for me. I just enter my Walmart receipt online and Savings Catcher does the rest. It compares the prices I paid for items at Walmart with advertised prices from other top stores in my area. And if Savings Catcher finds a lower advertised price, Walmart gives me the difference on an e-gift card. Now that's my kind of work.
Introducing Savings Catcher from Walmart. Go to walmart.com/savingscatcher for details. Eligible items only. Restrictions apply.
Rockin' Country Radio, today's hottest country and more. Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Rockin' Country Radio. It's a brand new week, and this is Monday, and we are so glad to be here with you. We have quite the show in store tonight. We are actually waiting for them to call in just a few moments. They should be calling in and getting on the line. But first of all, I want to welcome everyone to our show, and I hope that everyone had a great weekend. I mean, this past weekend was, I don't know about where you were, but where I live, it was just picture perfect. The weather was great. I can't tell you I remember a summer in North Carolina where we weren't just entrenched with humidity out the wazoo, and it's been a very nice summer for that, especially we haven't had to contend with that as much. But also this weekend I was thinking about how quickly the summer has gone by, and that this past weekend was like the next to the last weekend of summer, and I was like, whoa. And all the schools in my area started back today, and, you know, football season high school football season officially kicked off on Friday night. You've got pro football that's already been in preseason for a couple weeks now, and it's just getting to be that time of year. It's, you know, things are turning towards fall and the upcoming holiday season. I mean, it's just, this year has been a blur almost. And this coming weekend, we have Labor Day. And so if we can just get through the work week, we've got a day off next Monday, which, by the way, we will not be on next Monday night. We're going to take the day off in observance of Labor Day, just have some downtime, and look forward to that. But we're actually waiting for our guest, LoCash Cowboys, to call in tonight. Hopefully they will be on the line very shortly. And for those of you who are not familiar with them, I want to give you a little background on who they are. First of all, they met in April of 2008, and they were doing what they do best, rocking a packed house. They were at Nashville's Wildhorse Saloon, where the two of them, Preston, Brust, and Chris Lucas, had met a few years earlier. The amped-up crowd was living, screaming proof that they had put the time since then to good use. And they had been crisscrossing the country, honing their craft on stages large and small, developing one of the most dynamic live shows in any genre of music. And along the way, they had sold more than 60,000 copies of their homemade CD, earned endorsements from the likes of Budweiser, shared bills with artists including Charlie Daniels and ZZ Top, performed at halftime of NBA and U.S. Olympic team basketball games, and earned television appearances, ranging from Tanya Tucker's reality show Tuckerville to Pageant School, becoming Miss America, writing the theme songs for both. So we are just stoked about these guys being with us this evening, and they have had a whole string of hits on their latest album, and they have been playing up a storm throughout the entire summer. I mean, every time I'm on social media, they are tweeting out where they're playing, and it has just been unbelievable, all the places that they've been. And so without further ado, we are so excited to welcome Preston and Chris from the LoCash Cowboys. Hello, guys. Hello. Hi.
Hello.
This is Rockin' Country. How are you?
How are you?
I'm great. Who have I got?
This is Chris. Preston is actually in the studio right now recording a new song.
Well, that's okay. I'm glad that you were able to call in, Chris. It is great to have you with us, and I know, and I really want to say thank you because I know how just slam busy you guys have been all summer. As I was just saying, every time I'm on social media, I'm seeing tweets go by that you guys are out and about somewhere, and I mean, I have to ask, where have you not played? That seems like, because you've been in so many places this summer, you've got so many dates yet to come up. I mean, it's just incredible the shows that you guys have packed in.
Yeah, we've been just about everywhere. There's only 2 states in the United States we haven't played, and that's Alaska and Hawaii. Which Hawaii should have been our first, which would have been nice, but
oh yeah.
But no, they're the only 2 places right now that we haven't played, and we've been overseas. We've been Europe. We've done some Switzerland stuff, and Germany, and we're trying to get back over there again this year. But we've just got off the road. We got about 24 hours, 48 hours at home with the family, and then we leave tomorrow.
Oh, wow. Well, again, thank you so much for your time this evening because I know, any time at home is very little, and to be able to just pack in a little time with family while you're here and then to take some time for us is greatly appreciated. And I have to say, I want to congratulate you guys because you guys have just done some amazing things in the world of country music, and your fans and new fans that you're always gaining and acquiring just seem to be eating up what you guys are bringing to country music. And talk a little bit about your success because I tell you, it's just phenomenal the way things have happened for you all.
It's kind of funny because we see what we have done, and it's really nice. But, being an artist, you always, unfortunately, want more and more, and, you keep doing what you're doing. And, we kind of like to think we started this new kind of country back in 2009, with a little bit more rock edge. It's definitely developed more of an urban feel now. But, we've been kicking it for a long time. We've, we're kind of like, just writing our butts off right now with the Keith Urban cut and Tim McGraw, and we got a couple other with Parmalee and Scotty McCreery, Dakota Bradley. There's a bunch of cuts we got coming out, and this new music that we are just recording right now. That actually Preston's in the studio right now because I'm home with the family, so I told him I'd call. We're very excited about. We keep growing and growing. It's it's baby steps. It's not overnight success. What a lot of people think when it comes out, like when we have our first number one, people are gonna be like, oh, overnight success. Where it's people like you that have seen it from the beginning and are experiencing it and telling the fans, hey, these guys have been doing it a long time. So that means a ton to us. And we are excited. We're blessed about our success so far. We've been able to make a living out of what we do, and we've met so many great people, so many fans and friends, and just other artists that we've come close to, and we really get along with. So we are blessed for what has happened so far.
You're definitely blessed. And, one of the things I can tell you that I personally love about you guys is I grew up an 80s hairband girl. I mean, I was in that whole era of great rock music, and I love the fact that you guys have got this rock edge infused with the country that just kind of brings the best of both worlds together. And that's one of my favorite things about you guys. I mean, I have yet to hear a song that I go, oh my gosh. I mean, every song is so damn good, for lack of a better way to put it. It is just, you guys have put out album after album, and every album that I've ever heard from you all, every song is equally good. Most albums you don't have that, and that's a rarity, and it really is a testament to how hard you guys work to put the best music on the album for the fans and listeners, which I think is just absolutely awesome, because that is not easy to do.
No, it takes a lot of work like that. With our producer Jeffrey Steele, we really got to choose some stuff, and if you listen to a lot of albums, there's a lot of songs that you just know they start sounding the same on everybody's album. And in the 80s rock and roll, that I like to say that because I'm a huge, headbanger. I'm actually glam rock 80s, so the Motley Crue, the White Snakes, the hair band. But there's a lot of influence in our music like that, and then every song on those albums were totally different. It was just, you had different day you want to hear a different song. Every song sounds the same to me, it just gets boring. And a lot of albums do have that, and unfortunately, you know, some artists have to deal with that, you know, deal with just cuts. We wanted to make an album that had everyone could be a single, even though obviously it wasn't. You know, it's kind of underrated. This album, I think, went very underrated. Hopefully the next one will be a little bit, you know, in the scheme of things. But, you know, we wanted to make it for every song and just have every fan, like, if they're feeling this today, they're going to go to track 2. If they're feeling this today, they're going to track 4. You know, we didn't want it to be, like, over and over again. So I think we did well establishing that on this album. But the new stuff that we got going on right now is phenomenal. The stuff we're writing, the stuff we're holding back for each other. So we're very excited about putting that out, coming out in a few weeks, and we'll send you a copy as soon as it's done.
That sounds awesome. Well, and I have to tell you, you hit the nail on the head, because what you guys are doing with your music and your sound is not only appealing to the younger generation, but it appeals to people of my generation, and it brings so many different music fans together, because you guys have the type of sound that offers something for everybody. And like you said, every song is so different that whatever mood you're in, it's a go-to. You've got the go-to song for the day in the mood. And I love the fact that you really strive. Every song you put on an album is number one material or single material, because really at the end of the day, that's what fans want. And really,
right.
in the age of iTunes, where you can just go and pick and choose a song here, a song there, your album, which I tell you, I'm guilty a lot of times, and like many people, going to iTunes and just buying the number one song or the song that's out right now by an artist. But when I buy your whole album, I mean, you guys are one of these artists that I buy the whole album, because I know from start to finish I would end up buying them single by single anyway. So I might as well just buy the whole album. And
right. I usually give it like a three song rating if I'm on iTunes, and you know I'm in the iTunes world now too, so I download the songs, but I'll give, if I like one song, I'll always give that artist 2 other songs to impress me, and if he's got 3 or she's got 3, I'll buy the whole album.
Yeah, that's kind of my same vein of thought, man. It's that's just kind of the way it should go, and but I love the fact that we have iTunes, because it's given a lot of unsigned artists and a lot of indies out there the opportunity to get their music out, even if they're only able to put out a single or 2 at a time due to budget reasons or whatever. It's getting their music out. But in another vein, established signed artists, it's good for them too, but it kind of has diminished the way we buy music. And whereas back in the day of the 80s hair band, you couldn't wait for that new album to come out, and you'd have to buy the whole album. There was no single here, single there kind of thing. And it just goes to show how much the music world has changed, for the good and the bad. I guess you have to take it both ways. Now, this new music that you guys are working on, do you have kind of a timeline of when it might be out for fans?
We are right now in talks with some record label stuff going on, and it's actually really, really good stuff, and we can't wait to tell our fans. But, I have to hold back from saying it.
Sure. Oh, sure. No. Don't give anything away you can't.
Yeah, you'll hear some stuff in the next few weeks. I mean, you can watch some of the stuff that people record on YouTube, and unfortunately, it's never the best, quality on YouTube. But you can at least get a picture of some of the music that's coming out, and then it's exciting. We're singing it live. We're singing a couple of them live, and they're just going over so well that we're in the studio right now recording it with a deal in place, and it's going to be a good year coming up in 2015 for us. And even though we've been doing this for so long, we're still behind the scenes, still haven't been in front of what, the huge artists have yet. And we've been in front of a lot, but that's just us. We've never had that single of LoCash Cowboys take us to another, a point in our career, which I think this new music's going to. I was hoping the last one would too. And, that stuff could always come back, because once you're in that commercial market, they're going to check out the older stuff too. And then they come back and see the older stuff and they like it, so we're in good shape if that happens. But yes, the new music it's very exciting.
I can't wait, because the stuff that I've heard from you guys so far has been so off the chain good that I just know this stuff. I can't imagine it being better than what it is, because it's already so good. And the thing that I just really admire, I mean, when I first heard your music initially, which has been some time ago now, I was blown away because I kept going, man, why are they not on mainstream radio? I mean, you guys have got it. And like you, I mean, this recent album that you guys put out, it was so good. I was like, how could they not be on mainstream radio with, you know, all the other big artists out there? Because you guys have what it takes. You've got the sound, you've got the whole package, and so I think it's just a matter of time. I'm with you. I think 2015 is going to be your year because you guys have got such a fan base and a huge following of support out there, just pushing your music and helping get the word out about you all. Not to mention, when you go somewhere and play, you pack a place like crazy, and that all speaks for itself.
Yeah, it's our fans have been behind us for a long time, and they're like friends, man. They almost want to see us make it just as much as we do, and it gets kind of funny sometimes when you see them, and they'll call record labels, they'll call radio stations, they'll get on blogs, they'll just start, you know, going off for us and taking up for us, and I mean, why haven't they been heard? And you know, it's a political game, man. Like everything, just like politics alone, you know, the White House, it's all political, and you know, there's a lot more behind the scenes rather than, unfortunately, the music and the talent. It's not really about that anymore, for you know, just the way the world is, and it's kind of crazy to me. I mean, you know, there are still your great singers out there and your X factors, but you know, it's with everything. Like I said, the internet, it is good. The iTunes thing, the music, it's great for getting your music out, but it also takes away, you know, because there's so much of it. So some of your songwriters aren't, you know, getting the success that they used to get. Talent, you know, I mean, you're having huge artists not selling albums or selling singles, like you said, you know, where. So you're suffering from the songwriter, but you know you got to change with time, and everybody's doing it. So, you know, and the good thing about us is we do have the fans behind us. We do have we do have some packed crowds. You know, there's some crowds that will play 50 people, and then there's crowds that will play 35,000. But you know, each of them pay to get in, so we're going to give you the same show regardless. And you know, it's just a matter of those 10 people or 15 people or 35,000 people see you, they're going to go tell your friends. So it's a grassroots marketing. It's how you got to take advantage of the internet and the way music is right now.
Oh yeah, most definitely, and I think you guys are definitely on the right track in that regard. I also want to talk to you about your recent commercial that you guys did for Champion Ford in Owensboro. That was so cool, man. So talk a little bit about how did you guys get tapped to do that commercial?
Well, we were doing a show in the Big O. That's in Kentucky. They've been great to us. It's a good spot for us, and we got to be on one of the big shows with Charlie Daniels and Hank Williams Jr. this year, and that was fantastic. But the year before that, we were doing one with Jake Owen, and we were backstage with one of the guys from Owensboro, Champion Ford, and we talked about how we used to have a Ford sponsorship and, you know, right down the street, not too far from there. And he's like, well, I'd be interested. And I said, you know, we can do some commercials for you. I said, why don't you come see us? Why don't you see our show? Talk to us a little bit. And then, you know, we just hit it off with them. And, you know, they get it approved by Ford and to have their own LoCash, you know, the LCC edition of the Ford F-150, and which is the LoCash Cowboys edition. And, man, they let us pick what we wanted. We wanted 6-inch lift, 35-inch tires, murdered out wheels, tinted windows, loaded DVD players, everything. And they made it the LCC package for Ford there. And we just got to film that commercial. And the guys who put it together in Champion Ford, man, they did fantastic. For a regional, you know, kind of sales, it looks like a national thing. It's pretty cool.
That, I mean, the Fords in the commercial were just like, oh my gosh, and they so fit, you know, your music, your sound. I mean, it was just perfect the way they did it, and I love the fact that they featured so much of that footage from that show and showing you guys, fantastic. You know, what you were able to do. But you know, I just have to ask. I mean, does Florida Georgia Line have a Ford special edition Ford? I mean, really, this is.
They don't have it, but they are sponsored by Chevy. We always talk about that. We're like, hey,
well, Chevy, all right. So, you know, maybe I should just say no dealership, or no, you know, make or model. Just do they have a truck named after them? I mean, how cool is that? If that doesn't get you guys. Cool. I mean, if that doesn't get you on the map, I don't know what will, because Ford being a national brand and Champion being behind you guys, and you guys being able to go and make that commercial, especially in the midst of your crazy schedule, and it came out as good as it did. I mean, it is. I know the fans have just loved seeing that.
Yeah, they did, and especially in that area, it's not too far from home. We've played there so much. We have a lot of fans there, and it is pretty cool to have the truck. I got a truck sitting outside. It's kind of weird though, because we have to sign the truck and it says LoCash Cowboys on it, so it's kind of vain driving it around. But after 3,000 miles, they sell it, and it's doing well for them. So every 3,000 miles, we get a brand new one, which can't complain about that.
Hey, if I lived near Kentucky, I would sure go to Owensboro and buy me a LoCash Cowboys truck and drive it all day long.
They are beautiful.
Heck, I'd go get it wrapped,
really nice.
man. I'd just get it wrapped in LoCash Cowboys stuff and be done with it, And,
oh, that's easy. That's easy.
You just need a mobile marketing billboard, man. That's what you need. That's what you need to tell them is they've got to put one on the lot that's just a promo truck that's there as a standing advertisement for you guys. It's just got you guys plastered all over it and your name and everything. But that is really cool, because people that buy that truck, that's like, it's very limited edition, and it's one of a kind too. So, I mean, you can't go to the Ford dealerships here in North Carolina and request a LoCash. I mean, you can. They'll transport from Owensboro, I'm sure, but
yeah,
they don't have it in North
marketing
Carolina.
Is internet marketing.
Mhm. So
they've sold all those trucks so far on internet. It's crazy.
Oh, my gosh. Well, but your fans are far and wide, and I would love to know how many people actually bought the truck that are your fans, and I bet it's probably just about all of them. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, all of them have been our fans. Actually, one from Canada just called. We just played up Canada, and they just ordered a truck from Canada, so that's going to be pretty cool. And
that is so cool.
I mean, all over the country, it's like you said, man, it's just even the car dealerships, they're not even just dealerships anymore. They're all over the internet. You can order a car from anywhere, and they'll ship it right to you, to your door.
The internet has been such a blessing and a curse all at the same time, because of all the things that it allows you to do now that you couldn't do about 5 or 10 years ago even. But then again, it's like, wow, it takes so much of the personal factor out of everything, and it's just crazy. So you guys, I know, are playing. I mean, you've got a whole slate of shows that runs like well into late November. I think you finally stop off about just in time for the holiday season, and you guys are jam-packed back to back.
Well, we just booked the holiday season too, so.
Oh, well,
yeah,
last I looked at your site, it was all the way through November, so go figure. But that's awesome. What a great problem to have, right? And
it is. You can't complain about it.
Yeah. So, are any of these shows coming up? Are they any big shows you can be playing with? Any major national acts, or are these just you're headlining, or what?
We're headlining these smaller festivals and some mediocre medium, not mediocre, but medium festivals that range from 5 to maybe 11,000 people. Not that we're not headlining the 35,000 ones, but sometimes we get to play with different artists like Hank and Charlie and Dirks, and we get to meet a lot of them. Tim and obviously Keith, and we get to open up for some of those guys like the Eli Young Band. We just did a show with FGL. It's pretty cool opening up, but it's also fun to do these counties and these 5,000 people shows, and us headlining it. We can really work on our what we do and to take it to another level. But these the ones coming up right now, the holiday ones, we're doing some Vegas stuff, so that'll be pretty fun. We do that for the NFR, National Finals Rodeo, and we're at Treasure Island this year, and they're taking care of us, and we're going to do that, and then we have a couple private gigs. And the good thing about wintertime is we do a lot of the corporate stuff, and corporate's really good money. Plus, there's the sponsorship we get to get into. So we do a lot of corporate world, and that's a lot of fun for Christmas and makes the Christmas under the tree a little bit better.
Oh, yeah, you know it.
Yeah.
You know it. That is so true. Now, refresh my memory because I can't recall this right off. Were you guys at CMA Fest this year?
Yes, we were.
Okay, I thought you were. I couldn't remember though.
Yeah, we were there. We did the river stages. I think right after us was Daryl Worley. It was us and Daryl Worley.
That is so awesome, man. I mean, I don't think it gets any bigger than CMA Fest because of all the fans that come in from all over the place. Not just the States, but,
crazy.
international fans that funnel in. I tell you what, Nashville's going to have to get bigger or something because that 1 week a year when, all you guys are there and all the fans come in. I mean, the city is just about, it seems, it's just like it can't fit many more people there. But it's a great thing, and I've actually never been. I hope to go next year and just be part of it all and just take it all in. I think it's going to be great, and as it always is. But what would you say has been one of your biggest highlights of this year alone in all the stuff that you guys have done, whether it be touring or, a plan for a particular venue? If you can even pare it down to one single thing or one or two things.
Yeah, that's really hard. This year, I don't know. I mean, obviously the Grand Ole Opry was huge. It was a couple years ago, but this year, every show is a different baby for us. We different things. I'm trying to think of something spectacular that's like, whoa, I'll always remember this. We did get to go.
Mm-hmm.
We got to play Sturgis, and that was pretty cool. We got to go. Sometimes we get out during the day and we get to see the. Oh gosh, I can't even think of the monument there, right outside.
Oh yeah.
What is that monument? I can't think of it. Four Faces.
I can't think of it either, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
Why did I think of this? I have a brain fart or something. Oh, it's just there. I cannot remember it. But anyone listening, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm tired. I forgot it.
And if I was a better host, I would have it on the tip of my tongue, man. You know what I'm saying?
The four presidents on the side of the mountain.
Mount Rushmore.
Mount Rushmore.
Mount Rushmore. Yay. We figured it out. That is so cool.
Oh, my gosh. Why couldn't I remember that?
Well, you have it on the road. I mean,
and it was recent,
it's okay to be a little brain dead in this Monday, right?
I've only had one bottle of wine, okay? So I should be okay.
Well, you're good to go, man. You're good to go. Well, moving forward, I mean, I know you've got lots of shows. You've got brand new music coming out. Is there anything else that that the fans need to know? I mean, that you could tell fans, not necessarily anything you can't, but is there anything else that the fans would love to know or you would love the fans to know?
We are working on a tour next year with a couple big artists, so stay tuned on that. I can say that. I can't say who.
Yay! Well, that's okay. We won't ask because,
right.
Some
but
things
just thank
pretty.
them so much. I thank our fans so much for believing in us. And, I was talking to my wife today about it, and I was just, some people, they'll buy a CD and then they'll buy their friends 5 CDs. And I'm just like, really? Just trying to spread the word for us. And it means so much, even the little things like that. It means so much. It makes me and Preston, understand, we have to go out there. We want to go out there. We want to perform for these people. We want to perform for these friends and make people smile and just involve music in everybody's life. It's already involved, but to see it live, it's the entertainment industry. We entertain. It's singing, yes, but entertainment first. And we're going to keep doing it because of them, and we thank them so much.
Well, Chris, and we thank you, and I hope that when you guys are on tour in 2015 that you get to North Carolina because I would love to see you play live. I know it would be an awesome show because your music is indeed awesome. We're looking forward to the new music when it comes out, and I have no doubt. I think 2015 is going to be your year.
I hope so. We'll see what happens. We keep kicking, though.
Well, thank you so much, Chris. I won't hold you. I know that you're home with family right now and just taking a little downtime, and we don't want to keep you, but thank you so much. Please give our best to Preston, and best of luck for much continued success as you go forward. We look forward to seeing you out on the road.
Will do. Thank you for your time.
All right. Thank you, Chris. Take care. We've been speaking with Chris from the LoCash Cowboys. Awesome guy. And I tell you, if you do not know who these guys are, you definitely want to make a note of who they are because they are up and coming and they are arriving very quickly. He was kind of subtly dropping some hints about being on tour with some big acts next year. And no matter, there's so many great national artists, big country artists right now in country music that I tell you, I would love to see them on tour with, say, Jason Aldean, Florida Georgia Line. Some of those guys would be an awesome show, and so we'll just have to stay tuned. And, of course, as we get new music from them when it drops and any new information, we'll be happy to pass that along. You can check us out on Twitter at rockin_country, CTRY, and we'll be able to keep you informed as it happens. But in the meantime, if you would like to keep in touch or stay up with everything that's going on with the LoCash Cowboys, especially their tour upcoming dates, and see if they're going to be in a location near you, you can visit their website, LoCashCowboysMusic.com, and there they've got all kinds of dates. I'm telling you, they are playing all across the U.S., not just one certain region, but they are spread out. And also, on Twitter, they are LoCash Cowboys, and on Facebook, you can find them at LoCash Cowboys Fans, and just go there and like their page, and you can stay up. And they have a huge fan base, and it's only going to get bigger as time goes on, and more people learn who they are and what they're all about. They have some great music. In fact, very shortly, we're going to be playing a few songs off of their most recent album, and it is an album that undoubtedly, from start to finish, every song is equally good. As he said, every song could have easily been a single release. And I love albums when you get albums like that. You don't get them very often, but I love albums that every single song is so good that any one of them could be a hit single. And so that's a great angle that they're working, and I hope that that continues with this new music that we'll be hearing from them in the very near future. But in the meantime, that is pretty much going to wrap our show for this evening. We want to thank Chris from the LoCash Cowboys for being our special guest this evening. It was great chatting with him, and many thanks to all of you for being here as well. And as we close tonight, we're going to play a few songs from those guys. We'll start with Hey, 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 followed by Chase a Little Love, and then we will close with Country. Country. So, for Rockin' Country Radio, I'm your host, DJ Delta Dawn, saying good night, and we will be back here tomorrow evening with another great indie artist. So we look forward to having you back here again at 7:30 p.m. Eastern is when our show will kick off. But until then, enjoy your evening. Have a wonderful day tomorrow, and we'll see you back here at that time. Take care, all. Good night, and God bless.
Let's talk about mud. Let's talk about trucks. Let's talk about shotguns, white-tailed deer, and geese and ducks. Let's talk about lakes. Let's talk about boats. Let's talk about catfish, big mouth bass, and fishing poles. Hey! About traps. Let's talk about chewing tobacco, buck knives, and coonskin caps. Let's talk about whiskey. Let's talk about beer. 'Cause funny that Fu Manchu on your chinny chin chin. Man, that thing looks weird. Hey, I'm from the country. Hey, out in the sticks. Hey, my redneck baby loves me and my music sounds like this. No politics, no trespass sign on a barbed wire fence. You best respect my land, my home. Beware of my dog or be my dog's bone. We can talk about family. We can talk about God. We can talk about football picks and tractors and southern rock. We can talk about hey, hey, and that rowdy song. And if you think Monday nights ain't been the same ever since he's been gone, say hey, hey, say hey, 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 I'm from the country, hey, hey, out in the sticks, hey, hey, my redneck baby loves me and I live for her sweet kid, hey, hey, I'm from the country, hey. custom leather bench seat so you can slide over and get closer till you're right up on my shoulder. Let's roll them down and rock the speakers down. Sneak around moonlight, do whatever feels right. Your lips on mine, and on the stop signs, radio so slow. Creep down the no road, ain't nobody gotta know where we at. Let's go, catch a feeling, park up on the hill and turn out the lights and chase a little love tonight. Watch that truck beeline, gonna pick you up. There you go, looking fine, showing up, gonna make you mine. Yeah, let's roll them down, rock the speakers out. Sing around moonlight, do whatever feels right. Your lips on mine, and on the stop signs, radio so slow. Creep down the no road, ain't nobody gotta know where we at. Let's go, catch a feeling, park up on the hill and turn out the lights. Chase a little love tonight. Let's chase a little love tonight. Chase a little love, chase a little love tonight. Chase a little love tonight. O-U-N-T-R-Y. O-U-N-T-R-Y. That's what I found. O-U-N-T-R-Y. My daddy's down. O-U-N-T-R-Y. My music big. O-U-N-T-R-Y. Can I get a little yes sir, yes ma'am, sweet home Alabama, hot damn. I'm gonna bring a little yee-haw, yee-haw, giddy up. Hey y'all, wanna hear a little all shucks, pick up truck, camo, 12-point bucks. Bang, bang, that's how we live. I'm living in a country world, I'm loving on a country girl. Got a hound dog named it Merle, yeah, I'm living in a country world. O-U-N-T-R-Y.
Rockin' Country Radio on the web. Find us at rockincountryradio.com, on Twitter at Rockin_CTRY, and on Facebook at Rockin' Country Radio.